everyone. So today we are going to be talking about coping with stress during COVID-19, and my name is Grace Burns.
I'm Grace Falvey.
I'm Elena San Giorgi.
And I'm Melissa Scotto DeLucio.
So today we just wanted to talk about the effects of COVID-19. As we know, it's created a lot of economic and social hardship that continues to affect the well-being and mental health on individuals and communities. Social distancing protocols have created shifts in the way we function as a society, and as a result, people are reporting increased feelings of isolation, loneliness, anxiety, depression, and other psychological symptoms. And it can be really difficult to be a year out with COVID-19, and we're still living with a lot of uncertainty. So today we just wanted to talk about some coping mechanisms, and I believe Grace is going to start with grounding techniques.
So, as Elena mentioned, I'm going to be talking about grounding techniques. So this is coping strategies that help you face your emotions through your senses. So maybe sometimes you feel anxious, or maybe you feel angry or stressed, or maybe you experience some type of trauma. So this could help you cope with all your emotions and bring you back to the moment or to the present. So it's actually really important to practice this over and over. So when you are facing that intense emotion that was mentioned before, you will know how to cope with it naturally. So today, there's actually a lot of different grounding techniques you can do, but today we are going to be doing an activity called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So with this activity, you can either do this outside or inside, but I'm actually going to give you a lot of examples and instructions, and then a lot of the examples are actually going to be taken place as if you were at Seaside in Bridgeport. And whenever I give these instructions, I do want you to pause, and I'll reiterate this as we're doing this activity. So for the first one, I want you to look for 5 different things you can see that is in front of you. So you want to make sure that these things are pleasant, and because you want to make sure it relaxes and calms you. So I want you to look for 5 things. So for an example, you could, if you're at Seaside, you could look for trees, or you could look at the grass, or the sky, or the ocean, or maybe even geese. So yeah, I want you to try this yourself. So remember, try to look at something that will please you. So please pause the video at this time. Okay, so now we're going to move on to 4 things you can feel. So I noticed a lot of times I feel like what helps us be even more present and what soothes us if you describe what you're feeling. So I'm going to give you some examples, but you could do this indoors too. So for outside, it could be the leaves. So maybe they're moist. I don't know if they would be at Seaside right now, but you could be like they're moist and thin. And then for grass, I remember at Seaside, I would say the grass feels pretty dry, because I think that was true when I was feeling them last time. And then for rocks, I would say, oh, they're cold and smooth. And then you could also feel your clothing as something else too. And that could be as something described as soft. And if you're indoors, maybe some examples is you could feel like the armrest and describe that, a pen and describe that. Those are just some examples. So if you could please pause the video and attempt it yourself. Okay, and now you're going to do 3 things you can hear. And for this, some examples are listening to the birds, or you could say, I hear the ocean waves, or even a car driving past. And you could even also make your own noise too, if there's not a lot of noises when you're inside. So you can make like a tapping noise on the table, or tapping with your foot, and you could say, I hear that. But remember, you really want to hear soothing sounds so it could calm and relax you. And then you could do, so please pause the video before I move on to the next one and try to do this yourself. And then the next thing you could do is I want you to find 2 things you can smell. So you could always like bring a smell with you, or if you're outside, it could be, for example, flowers, or you could smell like the ocean water. And as I was mentioning before, you can bring a smell that you like, that does comfort you. So maybe you put on chapstick, that's just an example, and you might like the smell of it. So that's something you could like bring to your nose. And for the last one, I just want you to say one good thing about yourself. So for an example, I would say, I like how I'm someone who is like always kind to other people. And yeah, this is just to feel a little bit good about yourself, because I'm sure we all have like good qualities. And yeah, that's some grounding techniques. And I know it's a really tough time right now with the pandemic, so I hope you can utilize this and practice this, so when you do feel emotional, this can help you out during maybe some tough times. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for participating in this, and I want to welcome up Alyssa.
All right, so again, my name is Alyssa. I'm going to be talking about 3 different breathing techniques, and these are very useful for coping with stress and anxiety. They're really good for helping us to calm our nervous system. And you can do them really anywhere at any time. They're very quick. They don't require any props or anything like that. So the first one I'm going to talk about is deep breathing. Most of us tend to take very short, shallow breaths without even realizing it. And taking deeper breaths is actually a really good way to calm the nervous system and help us feel more peaceful and less stressed. So the strategy for this is to have one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. You can do this standing up or sitting down, even laying down, wherever you are, it's fine. And putting your hands on your chest is optional, but I like to do it. So this is really just to feel your big, deep breaths getting down into your lungs and your belly, expanding your belly. So as you inhale, I'm going to ask you to feel your chest rise and feel your belly rise. Your belly should go out farther than your chest if you're getting a good deep breath. And then as you exhale, feel your belly contract and fall. Feel your chest fall. And as you inhale again, try to fill those lungs all the way up. Take a nice, deep, slow breath. Feel the belly fill up with air. And again, as you exhale, feel your belly contract, your chest fall. So deep breathing like this, you can do just a few breaths. You could sit and do this for 10-15 minutes if it feels good to you. And it is a really good way to relax. The next breathing technique I'm going to talk about is breath focus. And this is similar to deep breathing, but I like to add in either a relaxing image or picture and a word or phrase as I'm inhaling and exhaling. So you can do this with your eyes closed or open. I like to close my eyes and usually imagine that I'm somewhere that's very serene, somewhere that I find comforting. I like to picture myself at the beach or on top of a mountaintop. And as you're breathing, you can use any word or phrase that helps you. The ones I like to say are, as I inhale, I say, I breathe in peace and calm. And when I exhale, I say to myself, I breathe out stress and tension. And doing this just helps you to really focus on your breathing and sort of not let your mind wander to other distractions. So we can practice this a few times. If you join me as you're inhaling, just say to yourself, I breathe in peace and calm. And exhale, I breathe out stress and tension. I breathe in peace and calm. I breathe out stress and tension. Inhale, I breathe in peace and calm. And exhale, I breathe out stress and tension. And just like deep breathing, you can use this for any amount of time. I like to do like 10-15 minutes at a time. And hopefully it helps you to feel a little bit more relaxed. The next breathing technique is box breathing. And this one I really like to use at bedtime personally, but you can use it at any time of day. It just really helps me to feel relaxed and get sleepy and ready to fall asleep. So box breathing is when you count during your inhales to 4, then you hold your breath for a count of 4, exhale slowly for a count of 4, and then wait a count of 4 until you inhale again. So let's practice this one. So let's just all inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold that breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep that breath out for 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do it one more time. Let's inhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and count to 4 again before you inhale again. So I hope these techniques are helpful for you all. Like I said, they're really quick and easy. You can do them anytime you're feeling stressed or you're feeling anxiety, and they really do make a difference. So hopefully this is useful for you. Now I think Grace is going to lead us through a guided meditation.
Thanks, Alyssa. Those were really great breathing exercises, and I invite you all to incorporate those into this guided meditation. Guided meditations are a really great way to re-regulate yourself, especially when you're feeling extra anxious or dissociated. They can really help you re-regulate and ground yourself back into the present moment and focus on your breathing and your heart rate. So I invite you all to get in a comfortable position, whether that is seated, lying down, with your hands by your side, whatever feels comfortable to you, and close your eyes. And I just want you to listen to the sound of my voice, and I'm going to talk you through this short little guided meditation. And this is something that you can turn back to anytime you really need to just calm your anxiety down or re-regulate yourself. All right. Find a comfortable position in which you can be still and quiet in your body. Close your eyes or keep them open, and softening your focus, breathe slowly and patiently in and out through your nose. Intentionally place your attention on your breath and take 3 deep cycles of breath, and let yourself be fully present in each one. Stay with the breath as it moves in and out through your nose, or feel the sensation of breath as it moves through your body, or notice how the body is breathing itself. So take a nice deep breath in and out, and another breath in and out, and one more breath in and out. And now, as you notice your breath, as you look upon your breath with wonder and awe, notice also a warm sensation of gratitude arising in your heart. Continue to watch the breath as you let this warmth or this light of gratitude grow and expand. And as this gratitude grows, feel it embracing or enveloping the heart itself, and intentionally draw awareness to your heart and your heartbeat. Feel or hear your heartbeat, or just visualize, imagine, and trust that it's there. And as we take our next couple of breaths, we're going to refocus our attention to the present moment. And when you feel that you are ready, I invite you to open your eyes. And thank you all for participating in my guided meditation today. I invite you to come back to this anytime that you need to feel re-regulated or reduce anxiety, or if you feel that you need to come back to the present moment. And now I'm going to pass it on to Elena.
Thank you, Grace. That was great. So I'm going to talk about some socially distant activities that we could do during this time. Obviously, we want to, spend time with others safely, such as remaining 6 feet apart, wearing masks, spending time outside, especially that it's nice out. Grace mentioned before Seaside Park, which is really nice, or other beaches or even just other parks. And obviously, if you are feeling sick, I would suggest not participating. You could listen to music, you could do exercise, getting involved at community centers, libraries, or other community organizations. I know they're trying to hold some socially distant activities just to try to, I guess, increase participation. There's also some free events going on in Bridgeport. I found on eventbrite.com or patch.com these virtual game nights that you can participate in if you have access to a phone or computer with a camera. So yeah, just really trying to spend meaningful time with others while doing so safely.